What's going on, guys? Snipe Hunter here once again. I do not know what that weird voice was at the beginning, but nonetheless, we are here. And just a quick update on the trade that I actually posted that breakdown earlier on GU for London session. They have hit take profit, and you can tell that a few things have changed, right? We did shoot nicely in a profit. This account over here, I'm gonna call this account number two. This take profit is natural. Like this was a 30 pip take profit, 15 pip stop loss for 2 times my risk, right? That is my low risk account. I was risking 1% on this account. And this account is my high risk account, right? And also what I like to catch big moves and actually get big profits on. Um, and as you can tell, like I did short my take profit. The take profit originally was 100 pips. But once it got down to this area, I was really doing some reevaluating of whether I should really hold it for that long. And I came to the conclusion that I really shouldn't, because this area is really, really, really sensitive, extremely sensitive. So it could easily just bounce right back up to my to my entry or even past it, right? And I go by the mantra of I'll never, ever, ever want to let a winning trade turn into a loser or even, lose out on the profit. So I went ahead and booked my profit here for 33 pips. I still had a 15 pip stop loss, so a little bit over 2 times my risk, which is ideal, which is good. I don't think a trade is worth it if it's no more or no less than 2 times my risk, right? It has to be at least 2 times my risk for me to actually take it, right? Now I could have the choice, right? I did short into 50 pips at first, but like I said, this area is really, really sensitive. Nothing is really promised. You never, ever, ever can go wrong with booking your profit as long as it's 2 times your risk at least, right? But as you can see, I still think that there's stop losses down here. So if it does come down here and get hit, then there you go, right? But that's normally why I really shortened it to 50 pips because 50 pips was literally a little bit below that low, right? Let me go ahead and show you. All right, just a little bit below that low. So if it does crash out these lows, which it probably will, like you see this low over here, what happened? It crashed out. It came a little bit lower. So this move right here may come a little bit lower than this previous move from yesterday, right? Um, so that is ideally what could happen. But like I said, I went ahead and booked my profit anyways for 33 pips, right? So I'll be good. I'll be good for the day for this one. And yeah, so guys, just a quick killer strategy, right? Killer instinct in the market of if you're ever like having trouble, you know, figuring out where the market may want to go, all you have to do is just ask yourself where's the money, right? And I'm not saying like where's the money and like okay, I place a sale, the money is going to be going down. It can't be that self-explanatory. You got to think in the mindset of the bigger picture of the bigger players in this marketplace, right? Where's the money for them? How do they make their money? And that's by hitting people's stop losses, triggering people's orders, and then driving it the opposite way, of course. So if there's a ton of sell stops down here, then triggering these orders and then driving price up will make the big players money, right? If there's a lot of stop losses down in this area too as well. So for example, you have stop losses, right? I'm going to make that red. Okay, I'm going to make that color red, and then say there's so there's buy stop losses here. So people expecting it to go up after this move here. So there's buyer stop losses, right? So they're already in negative wherever they bought up here. They're in negative. Their stop losses down here. So once they get hit, guess what? That makes the bigger players money, right? And then say we have a rule of thumb like 5-10 pips below this low, wherever that could be. Let's go ahead and measure that out. All right, so 5 hits below the low. So say they got 5 hits below the low, which is around here. I'm gonna do that as blue. All right, and those represent sell stops, right? So the market can easily, right, go ahead and come down here, trigger these stop losses, okay, trigger the sell stops, give them what they want temporarily, and then drive the market up the opposite way to now get these sellers into negative basically, right? So that's how the money's made, right? You gotta flip your perspective on it. You can't trade from your perspective, right? Your perspective is important, don't forget, right? I'm not saying it's not important. I'm saying while you're trading from your perspective, also keep in mind the bigger player's perspective as well, right? And that's exactly how we were to catch this move and the previous move before, because where's the money at? Okay, obviously the day before, right? Which was yesterday, which was Monday. Where was the money? The money was obviously below this low too, and then also later on, right, the money was above this high, right, above these swing highs that happened during Asian range. All right, because once this thing started selling off, people started selling where their stop losses. They're right above here. Okay, stop losses are literally right above here. Okay, so what happened? It got hit, and then it came up and got even deeper for today, right? And that was the liquidity to carry out this move, right? It's like ping pong. It's like a seesaw, right? Back and forth, back and forth. All right, I try not to look at the market in huge increments, right? Even though I keep those in mind because, of course, if I'm swing trading, I want to catch those big moves. I want to look at the forefront first. I want to look at the immediate work that has to be done in order for a big move to be carried out, if that makes sense, right? So if a big move is going to be carried out, what do they need? They need liquidity first, which is like gas in your car. If you don't have gas in your car, it's on E, and you drive it for 10, 15 miles, I'm guaranteed you're going to run out of gas, right? So same thing here. If they run out of liquidity, they can't push the market any further, right? So they had to collect liquidity here, then they had to collect it further, even up here, right? Before this move could happen, right? And the same as yesterday, right? It was liquidity all down here, right? And that's when they just gave it a little tap, and that's where you got it wicked up and then pushed to the upside. Okay, so always ask yourself, guys, where is the money? Where is the money? Look at the lows. All right, you could tell there's obviously stop losses all below here, which is why, right? The further you go to the right, the deeper it goes below these levels, right? As you can see over here, didn't really go below that level. Okay, over here, really, it didn't even tap the level. Over here, got a little closer to the level, didn't tap the level. Over here, perfectly tapped the level, right? The second time it came and tapped the level, what happened? It dove below it. Why? Why? Because there's money below these lows. Okay. Third time it came down to the level, it dove below this low. Why? Because there's money below these lows, right? And then the fourth time, which is the current time, right, and it's currently headed toward the low now. There's money below these lows, so there's obviously going to be most likely what they call a stop hunt, right? So with that being said, guys, just a quick killer instinct tip for you that you can, apply to your day-to-day trading, and hopefully it actually gave you guys some value. I'm doing a lot on this channel to actually bring a lot of value, right? So with that being said, guys, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, because it actually helps me a lot, and hit that post notification button so you never, ever, ever miss another upload. All right. So that being said, guys, I want to see you at the top because the bottom is way, way, way too crowded. Peace.